Hi, this is a clinic I gave in 2002 to the South Central Wisconsin Division of the National Model Railroad Association, describing the modeling portion of a railroad that used to exist in northwestern Wisconsin. The history portion of this is elsewhere on YouTube. This is part 2, how I chose to model it. I liked the early 1950s. I could use both steam and diesel, first generation engines like this S2, which is sitting in my Minneapolis yard, as well as short steam locomotive, wheelbase steam locomotives like this engine here. I modified a Bachmann 280 and some shorter wheel-based steam locomotives that I used on my branch line, primarily to overcome the 18-inch radius I used there. First generation diesels like FAs, this photo by John Probsting. I've got a few FAs here at Minneapolis. And the only the only gas electric number N1 that the Sioux line had, fortunately was available commercially. So this is right out of the box. And here is a still frame from an 8mm movie showing an original branch line train, as I have modeled here with this old AHM 440. And instead of cabooses, they used combines because it was mixed trains. And this is a kit bash roundhouse Overland coaches. Yeah, one of my end of my layout is Duluth, so I thought, well, I should have an ore dock, and then Walters came out with one, so this ore dock sits at Duluth on my layout. And some bridges that go across the tracks. The Ricks product matched this quite well, and so it now sits on my layout. I wanted to have some modern boxcars, so I had some decals made up. Even though the original railroad didn't have these, I thought I'd have them. Let's try a trip over the layout by starting in Minneapolis. Here's the Minneapolis yard. There's a lot of distance under the bridge, and that's a mirror. So let's take out an FP7 with a kit bashed combine, that is a combine. And we're heading over past St. Paul, where there's a few industries. Then on to Wheeler, that's the Milwaukee Road interchange at Wheeler. We stop here to pick up some passengers at the combination yard office and depot. Up past an area I call drain, because there's one drain here. This is kind of an ode to John Allen. He had drains on his layout, but I am the singular. Around the bend we come to the commuter station at Lakeside, pick up a couple passengers, and then past Sioux Junction, which goes off into another room as a staging yard, and Barron. Barron is kind of a division point on the layout. The branch line leads from here. We've got a few industries like this grain elevator. Past that to Cameron Junction, where we interchange with the Chicago Northwestern, and then on to Rice Lake before we head down a two-turn helix and come out at the depot in Duluth. Here we back our passenger train into the shed, and just to the left of this photo is an 8-track yard where we make up trains at Duluth. We also have a branch line, as I said. A branch line coming out of Barron heads around the backdrop, coming to Dallas first. At Dallas we've got a couple of industries, since there's really only a passing siding here. Here's the Farmers Co-op and the Dallas Elevator Exchange. We hug the backdrop and we come to the end of the branch line at Ridgeland. The prototype had a Y here for turning trains. I couldn't fit one in, so we just have a runaround. That means that after engines like this pick up cars at the Santa Creamery, they need to run around and get to the other end of the combine and head back to Barron. Thanks for your attention. I'm Bob Wondrock.